it had anything to do with it, really. But in one of the videos I watched trying to learn a little bit more about this, guess who I saw in one of those videos?
Matthew McConaughey.
No.
A crisis actor.
No.
Alex Jones.
No.
George Bush.
No. Y'all are getting... I can't even say if y'all getting close or not. But supposed Fidel Castro's son.
Oh, Justin Trudeau.
Yes, he popped up in one of the videos in Cuba. And I'm just like, oh, interesting.
He's trying to visit his daddy's grave.
Yeah, he must be visiting his dad.
Hey, if this is your first time listening and you don't know what we're talking about, just go to DuckDuckGo or wherever your favorite search engine is at and look up Fidel Castro and Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son. 100%.
100%.
Look it up. All right. So that was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
Just think though, she was dealing, like, she wasn't really hearing that exact noise the whole time, but she heard some kind of frequency, which was probably either higher or lower since, the human ear can only pick up so much anyways, for 3 months. Like, her mother was there for not even that long. She had brain injury. Like, she actually has to wear shaded glasses all the time because, like, her eyesight has gone bad from it.
Who would be the last one you would suspect in doing this? The United States. Maybe they were testing this out in 2016 because they knew, we're going to have some riots coming up. And they want to have a way to better control the riots and the population. So this is like a riot tool, anti-riot tool.
And they found out that it just takes too long to actually cause any
harm.
So maybe they're working on it again, make it stronger.
Maybe. So what are you going with this, Dan? Do you think it was their government? Do you think it was our government? Do you think it was just a cricket that had superpowers?
I'm going to say that probably not our government, because it seemed like they were targeting mostly the U.S. embassies. So maybe some other country wanting to, because this is just my opinion on it. Maybe the people that were there at U.S. embassies was, negotiating certain details, and maybe some other country was left out of it.
Okay.
And, what's better way than just messing with people with some microwaves?
Yep.
At first when I read this, I thought literally just like, damn, did they mess up the microwaves in each room to make a certain noise?
Plug them up and turn them on and open the door. Take this.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Anna, what's the next strange sounds you have for us?
Our next one goes back centuries. The Moodus noises. In Moodus, Connecticut, they are known for their Moodus noises, and these are strange rumbling, thunderings, and crashing-like noises that seem to be surrounding Mount Tom. Mount Tom is located in Machimudis State Park. Native Americans called the area Machimudis, which means place of bad noises. The legend told by local folklorist Stephen Gencarella has done extensive research to try and narrow down the accuracy of it all. In 1702, Reverend Jeremiah Hobart had complained to the Connecticut General Assembly that the noises were a reminder of God's power. When some residents of East Haddam wanted their own parish, he cited the noises as a reminder to be humble. Throughout history, Christian colonists labeled the indigenous beliefs as being of the devil. Supposedly, this happened in order to more easily justify taking their land and killing them when needed. The previously mentioned Reverend explicitly demonized the natives and their customs to fit into a Christian worldview, saying that the natives were doing trades with the devil. The Reverend's stories of the noises being an evil pagan god angry at the true God was effective and was repeated. In 1790, editing of the New London newspaper called the Connecticut Gazette. The story goes that Dr. Steele, who may have been sent by King George around 1760, he kept himself up in a cabin and worked his science on the problem. Steele supposedly extracted one or more large glowing white or deep red carbuncles, magic gems or stones, from the cave. Is that really what they called them? Carbuncles?
I looked it up. Like they're just like red gems
Okay.
that with like magical powers. I was just like, oh,
I need to go find me some carbuncles.
no shit.
He said that these stones were the source of the trouble, but smaller stones would grow, and in time, the noises would return. Then in the late 1800s, another legend started up that the source of the noise was witches fighting inside the mountain and cave nearby. Then the last one in the 1970s brings back the devil again, in that he inhabits Mount Tom and just likes to make the noises. Man, so the things that they said that this sound could be, well, they said that it could have came from the god called Hobomok, or evil spirit. Then, when English colonists came along, they associated the noises to witches or the devil, as we mentioned. These days, they just go and say that they are small earthquakes that rate very low on the charts. Also saying it could possibly be underground caverns collapsing and causing the noise to echo.
I could believe that.
Yeah, the cavern ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, they were really pushing for Christianity through every single. They're like, the natives, they're the devils. Now anything, the sound is coming from the devil.
Yeah, but then like saying the sound was, that's the sound of God. He knows that you're not being humble to him. You want your own church and stuff. How dare you be greedy?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, man, chill out.
Is it the devil or is it God? Please tell me. I can't be going back and forth. I'm scared of it, now I'm worshiping it. I'm scared of it, I'm worshiping it.
Yeah. I wish I could have found some noise from it, though, but it seems like no one ever records it.
Oh.
So.
Well, I mean, it seems like it may not be something that happens all the time. Not like it was back in 1702, and like maybe it hasn't happened as much since the 70s.
Possible.
I don't know. It looks like we got one more left, Aaron, here to talk about.
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite one.
You said this is the scariest one, right?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty scary. Okay.
Buckled
so
in.
this one is called the Bryan, Texas Scream. Now, something to keep in mind, this happened in Bryan, Texas, which I used to live in Texas, an hour away from this place. Okay. So on the night of May 27th, 2020, so a little less than a year ago, at 8:30 p.m., as a storm was rolling into the area, a lot of individuals in the town of Bryan, Texas, were calling the police and were saying, hey, there's someone outside screaming. However, it wasn't a normal scream. This one could be heard throughout the entire town and over the thunderstorm itself. The noise consisted of a vibration sound followed by a loud shriek, like a banshee or like a real loud scream. These screams went on for at least half an hour. Now, we do have some audio from this, and it's from an individual named Rob, who began filming the storm through his apartment window, and around this time is when the screams started, and he decided to document it. So we're going to listen to that right now.
Listen to this. There's a sound screaming. It's like a scream. It's so freaking loud, and it's coming from up in the air, like up there. It's been going on now. What is that? I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago. What the fuck? Dude, that's coming from like up in the sky outside of my apartment. Gonna do it. What is that? I haven't heard it like that yet. Gene, check this out. Listen. This is coming from the sky above my apartment. It's been going on for half an hour. up in the air. What is that? That's so scary. It sounds like someone screaming. Then it sounds like a bunch of like Indians whooping in the distance.
So that goes on like that for, I don't know, 6 more minutes. And I remember being in Texas at that time, and this was all over the local news. And not only this Rob guy posted about this, but I could go on Facebook, and everybody that I was friends with were sharing other different videos of individuals that were going outside and filming this sound with whatever the hell it was. It's crazy. So according to this Rob, the guy who took the video, there's not like a railroad yard nearby, not a factory or anything that he can think of that might be responsible for the unusual loud noises. During this event, while it was going on, Rob decided to hop on his bicycle and went out to kind of like search where the sound was coming from, but he couldn't find it. He did say that the sound, it seemed to originate from like a great distance above, which he was talking about up in the sky, but it was extremely loud. Now, some individuals in the area did speculate that it could have been like a siren or perhaps extremely strong winds. Some claim that the shrieks were caused by a malfunctioning air vent at a nearby laboratory. But something to add a little mystery to this was that earlier that morning, Rob recorded a video of him witnessing a bunch of jets flying nearby, specifically over the